Thank you very much for staying with us here at Tips TV, whereby we inform you what is happening in our country and beyond. And after briefing you with what is happening in our country, now it is our time as usual to brief you what is happening in our newspaper today. We have two newspapers on our desk today. We have Standard and the Daily Nation, and all of them, they have comprehensive information of whatever is happening in our country, from the Department of Education, Health, Politics and Sports. Of course, CHAN is outgoing, and on Saturday, Kenya won. It outshined DRC. We also have on that day, there is a team that is set to play with Kenya, whereby we also expect Kenya is going to win. Keep tweeting at Tips Annex College, whereby you can give us your insight on whatever is happening on sports, politics, and especially on the topic that is bringing bone of contention. Some Kenyans are saying that after the president pledged giving 1 million shilling after winning in each and every match, many people are saying that it was right. Others are saying he was not supposed to do something of such kind. Reach us on YouTube, Facebook, on Tips Annex College. Share your insight there. I'm Jimmy Wanjiru, and let us kick off with our newspaper today. I've told you we have Daily Nation and we have Standard, and I'm going to start with this Standard. The Standard has a very captivating headline, which is saying Jogo House Wars. Definitely, this is where by all education's work or other program are planned at the Jogo House. And on the newspaper, we have three people. We have the Cabinet Secretary of Education, Migosi Ogamba, who is on the left. We also have on the middle, we have Basic Education PS, that is Principal Secretary, who is Julius Bitok. We also have University Education PS, or rather High Education PS, by the name Beatrice Nyangara. They are the one that are appearing on the first page of the Standard, and it is said that there have been a silent but escalating power struggles in the paralyzing Ministry of Education, whereby the Cabinet Secretary of Education, Julius Migosi Ogamba, is openly contradicted by his two Principal Secretary, who I have told you, Beatrice Nyangara and Julius Bitok, from fee guidelines to ghost school and curriculum policies. There is a confusion deepening that is leaving parents, members of the parliament, and every person in Kenya confused. Now, let us get into let us delve deeper onto it. And now, over the last few weeks, the Ministry of Education has been on the limelight for what is happening. The Cabinet Secretary of Education is saying this, but his two PSs are contradicting him, or rather they are countering him. Something that is really worrying is that when the PSs are briefing Kenyans, like they are not together, like this one is saying this one is saying this, then that is making many Kenyans to be left hanged. Remember, actually, during the time the Cabinet Secretary of Education was in the Parliament in a special sitting together the Minister of Treasury, he said that they are not capable of funding education. But after moving from the Parliament, he went to the Jogo House, whereby he has his office, and he said, no, Kenyans, we can be able to fund education. Also, there are some things that I said that also this issue of the fee. Now they are saying that the government is not capable of giving students, or rather sponsoring our students in terms of giving them grants, that is help. But the PS is also saying that it's also, on the other hand, he's slashing the fee structure, of which we have not yet seen it in implementation, but come September, we're going to see whether what those PSs we are saying, whether they are saying the truth or they are kidding Kenyans. Moving from education, we have a story that is also informing the public and especially people from Meru. Now, yesterday, the 97th edition was held at Meru School, Kahaga Girls and Meru Teachers College, whereby the governor of county of Meru presided over the opening of the 97th edition. And on the picture you can see some of the performance at Kenya National Music Festival at Kahaga Girls in Meru. You also have governor himself and all those people who are participating on that music festival as it was kicking off yesterday. And indeed it is a good path whereby Kenyans can be able to show their talents, because it is only a way that we can earn our living as per now, because even the CBC, which was later called CBE, what it is promoting is talent, what a student can be able to do. We can also look another story here whereby that is informing public about the Hustler Fund. Remember, this was launched 2022 when President William Ruto officially became the president. He used to say this on his campaigns that when he becomes the president, he's going to give Kenyans a chance whereby they will be borrowing money to start businesses, and the limit was 500. The starting point or initial cost of borrowing is 500 shillings, and you can be given money based on how you borrow and refund or rather you give them back. But the civil society want Hustler Fund scrapped, and they are saying there are many reasons to why that they want this Hustler Fund being scrapped. Because for the first thing, they are saying that there is no credibility and transparency. Nobody knows whether, and people are given money, whether they deferred or after deferring, where does that money go? And it was it was a report that was released by Kenya Human Rights Commission report calling for the decommissioning of the Hustler Fund. The National Assembly Committee on Implementation Chairperson Raphael Wajala is the one that was leading this event, whereby they give the report calling for the scrapping of the Hustler Fund. And one of the things that they presented, they say that the figure is largely contributed by 68.3% default rate by December 2023. They're further saying that the money which was given to Kenyans cannot be refunded. Like, you are borrowing money, but they don't refer back to the Hustler Fund, and yet the government, or rather the Ministry of Cooperatives, headed by the State Department of MSMEs, is urging that the Hustler Fund should be added more money. So saying that that is not the right trajectory, because at this particular time the country is facing economics discrepancies. So they are urging the president and entire house to scrap that. We are going to take a break, and when we are going to come back, we are going to look on the next paper, which is Daily Nation. Stay tuned. Let us take a commercial break. We'll be back in a moment.
It all starts here, in this classroom, in this community health lab, journalism studio, food production demonstration, engineering workshop, fashion and design workshop, cosmetology and beauty workshop, IT lab. We are pressing ourselves further, faster, digging deeper, climbing higher on the global stage and at home in Dhika.
We are expanding our knowledge and looking to a future success.
Because what starts here starts with you. Welcome to a world of future success. TIBS College.
Alright, thank you very much for staying with us. TIBS TV, hereby we are informing you the current affairs, what is happening in our country and beyond. Now we are back with Daily Nation, and actually of course it has some of stories that are captivating, that are informing the public, and also they are matter of public interest. We're going to start with one of the briefing story whereby President nominate Yuda Komora for National Police Service Commission chairperson position. Remember, this is a commission, this is an independent commission which monitors what National Police Service is doing. And before we continue, I'd like you to share your insight on our social media platform, TIBS College Annex, that is on our YouTube, Facebook, X, and Twitter, Instagram, so that we can converse and tell us what is your insight on your education, what the government should do, also on the field of politics, so that we can remain in touch. And we are saying that, or rather we are looking onto a story which was saying that President Ruto nominates Yuda Komora for National Police Service Commission chairperson, and this was gazetted by the head of Public Service Commission, that is Felix Kosgei, and the report was saying that President Ruto nominated Dr. Amani Yuda Komora as the new chairperson of National Service Commission, and he was serving as the former Salaries and Remuneration Commission West chairperson, and there was also another person who was nominated by the name Ajeline Yamiton Siparo to serve as the member of that commission. And also the commission should entail 9 persons or 9 people, including the chairperson. So there are also other 7 individuals who were appointed by the president, waiting for approval, who are waiting for the approval to serve that commission. And on our story that was making headline is that the State House spy software dealer passport revoked. This is the person that who is abroad, that Canadian Nora Shuka, who has sued 4 senior government officials, including the head of Public Service Commission and the president's speechwriter. Her passport have been revoked, and it is alleged that the reason to why her passport was revoked is because he spied, or rather she was a whistleblower on what the government was about to do. The government was actually planning to purchase a system that would monitor each and every Kenya, everything that we are saying, maybe to sell as Kenyans. We don't know what was the aim of doing that, and it seems that the government is trying to dim its critics, because this is not the first time we are seeing the government marking those people who are against them. If you look at the opposition, they cannot hold any activity, because when they held it, they are going to be tear gassed, and actually they were threatened because the police were firing live bullets. Actually, that is one of the things that is informing the public, that the government is marking all those people who are against their opinions, all those people who have dissenting voices. They cannot talk with government, they cannot be on the the same table. Now we look onto the matters with shift social health insurance fund. And now the government makes sudden U-turn and abandons problematic system. While this health fund, or other call social health insurance fund, was initially transited from defunct NHIF, Kenyans and doctors were decline of internet or other internet issues, because one would not be able to access his or her account in terms of how you are paying in NHIF. You are paying, you are on the record, but you cannot be able to access. Like, you go to hospital, you admit you are sick, but they are telling you they cannot be able to see you on the record, and yet you are paying. And it took the attention of the whole country, whereby then CS Deborah Barasa said that they are going to like not really scrapping, but removing those strategies whereby you just go to hospital, and if you are registered, you are going to be given the services. But now the government takes a U-turn, because they have said that now they are going to go back to internet, whereby actually biometrics, whereby that all information is on the e-citizen or in the internet or faded in a computer. When you go there, probably you are going to put your thumb so that to prove whether, or rather so that you can be able to open the way you have been paying, how you have registered. Remember, this is like a register whereby they register what they recorded, whether you are cancer patient, whether you are diabetic patient, and people are really worrying, because they are saying that we are going to go back to whereby that you are going to hospital, you cannot be attended just because the biometrics are working. And that's one of the issues that our doctors are warning the government that they shouldn't not fully transition to it, because last year many people died, especially dialysis patients, because they go there, the biometrics are not operating. So what next? They cannot be served if they don't have cash money. Leaving to issues of health, we go to politics. And now on Sunday, Kenya Moja Alliance was formed. I'm not saying Kenya Koza, but I'm saying Kenya Moja. This is an alliance that has been formed by Ruto Gachagua allies and also Raila, because this alliance entailed of Governor Mushoba, who was an ally of former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. We also have Senator of Nairobi Edwin Sifuna, who is Secretary General of the ODM, and also Nairobi Senator. We also have another fellow by the name Kabuchai MP Majimbo Kalasinga, who is also an ally of President William Ruto, and it seems that they have formed an alliance that threatens the three giants in the field of politics, that is Gachagua, Ruto, and Raila. And with that story, we take a break, and but we're going to be back with my fellow panelists, whereby we are going to give our opinions on these stories of education, politics, and all the things that I have not existed on our newspaper.
It all starts here, in this classroom, in this community health lab, journalism studio, food production demonstration, engineering workshop, fashion and design workshop, cosmetology and beauty workshop, IT lab. We are pressing ourselves further, faster, digging deeper, climbing higher on the global stage, and at home in Thika.
We are expanding our knowledge and looking to our future success.
Because what starts here starts with you. Welcome to a world of future success. TIBS College. It all starts here in this classroom, in this community health lab, journalism studio, food production demonstration, engineering workshop, fashion and design workshop, cosmetology and beauty workshop, IT lab. We are pressing ourselves further, faster, digging deeper, climbing higher on the global stage and at home in Vika.
We are expanding our knowledge and looking to our future success.
Because what starts here starts with you. Welcome to a world of future success. TIBS College. It all starts here in this classroom, in this community health lab, journalism studio, food production demonstration, engineering workshop, fashion and design workshop, cosmetology and beauty workshop, IT lab. We are pressing ourselves further, faster, digging deeper, climbing higher on the global stage and at home in Vika.
We are expanding our knowledge and looking to our future success.
Because what starts here starts with you. Welcome to a world of future success. TIBS College. It all starts here in this classroom, in this community health lab, journalism studio, food production demonstration, engineering workshop, fashion and design workshop, cosmetology and beauty workshop, IT lab. We are pressing ourselves further, faster, digging deeper, climbing higher on the global stage and at home in Vika.
We are expanding our knowledge and looking to our future success.
Because what starts here starts with you. Welcome to a world of future success. TIBS College. It all starts here in this classroom, in this community health lab, journalism studio, food production demonstration,
Alright, thank you very much for staying with TIBS Television. And as I have told you that after breaking, I'm going to be joined by my fellow panelists here. And I have told you that we're going to delve deeper into matters with education and also health and also politics. Actually, sports, which is making news at this particular time, whereby Kenya held CHAN and Tanzania and Uganda. That is a great win to our Eastern Africa community. And let me give chance for my fellow panelists to introduce himself and actually give his insight on this panelist. Welcome.
Absolutely. Good afternoon, good viewer wherever you are. Of course, Ndegu, how are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm happy to join you this particular top of the hour.
Yeah.
Of course, we drilled down as we promised. We were here on the last Tuesday discussing about this issue of a newspaper review. Of course, our good viewer, we are here today again to dwell on a lot of matters pertaining current affairs and all fields of sports, politics, business, and whichever. We are here to handle them. So let's stay tuned as we want to now talk deeper about this particular matter. So, Ndegu.
Yeah, before we start, I had told our dear viewers to share on their insights on our social media platform, and I can see DEVIS here is saying that the government didn't do good to reward those Kenyans because that is a form of corruption. He's saying that all those funds or all that money will be taken to education in the Rakanidu, whereby we have deplorable schools.
But Ndegu, before I think we can start by making our talk on this basis that we have gotten this particular message from our good viewer DEVIS Otieno. Let me tell you this, there is nothing wrong of our country rewarding our athletes. It has been happening also in the field of athletics.
Yeah.
We have been seeing those particular athletics when they come back after winning, they are being given some good token. We offer appreciation, which is not something very wrong. But you know, sometimes these Kenyans whom you see as common wananchi, they also look and they try to check in and figure out where are we heading to. Because let me tell you, number one, if we can put it as a trend that every now and then we now want to set this as a pace, that once we will be having any international games or whichever kind of games of the situation, we will be rewarding our players based on the good results they have done, which is not bad. But let me ask you, when you go to the ranking of sports, our country is almost position 100 and something in Africa. Africa only. Not Africa, worldwide. Sports worldwide. You get that our country is almost position 100 and something.
But one of the major problems that is affecting our country is that the government, actually the administration that we have had in our country, they don't support talents.
You see, it's not all about supporting talents. Better you give me some time so they can finish my segment. So what I was trying to say, giving these particular players 1 million each for a winning game is not something bad. But my point of view is this: literally, these common Kenyans who are literally suffering right now as we are talking, their kids are not going to school because they can't afford the school fees. They cannot go to hospital because the share thing is not working. They can't move even on travel comfortably because the roads are very poor. So you see, as a country, what are we prioritizing? If we are prioritizing in the issue of gifting this particular players 1M, remember, as we were talking, I saw the Twitter handle of government spokesperson Hussein Mohammed saying that the government has already dispersed 42 million to the 27 players and 15 technical team.
The participants.
Yeah. So you see, let me tell you, we are appreciating, but we are overdoing. We are like making it as a show off. Why can't we just say, let us give these people even 150,000, 150,000 or 200,000, 200,000. It's not bad. I'm not being jealous because I'm not a player. Let me say that.
We are going to build our limits.
But I'm speaking like somebody who is really wearing the shoes of a manager because I'm a Kenyan, right? So let's look at the situation in a particular school in Tarakanite.
Sure.
What's that situation? We're giving people 1M. That's like benefiting an individual. What if we can take this man and then go and build that particular school in Tarakanite, which will go and benefit, will literally kill poverty, because the only way to kill poverty is all about education. So the government is not doing bad. In fact, that's a pace we should set, but completely we are overdoing and we are showing off.
Yeah, you're saying that the government is going beyond its limits, of which to some extent it is making sense, because at this particular time, Meshach, many people are struggling in hospital, in schools, in every part of the country, even in businesses. Each and every Kenyan is complaining. What we would urge the government to do is that to choose what they should prioritize, because the wording is not a bad thing, but we are going beyond our limits. Because, for example, if you have 1,000 shillings or you want 30,000 shillings, 30,000 per month, there's no way you can give 29,000 and you are left with 1,000. No, that is not even making sense.
Absolutely.
How do you survive for the next month?
Absolutely.
That's how the government is doing, just giving all these resources, and we are running out of funds and everything, capitation.
You know, Degwa, me and you, we sat in the class of we are professional journalists. And remember, it's good and very right when we are here in this particular place or this studio to clarify them that we are not being at any sort subjective. Actually, we are not being objective,
because for the first
completely we are just being subjective. So you see, when I don't want to talk about the issue of maybe corruption issues and whichever, but I think this particular issue of gifting or giving these players 1M, then the government is just feeling comfortable doing all this. there's something behind the scene.
There should we should have limits.
Yeah, there's something behind the scene. Okay.
Oh, we wish our Kenyans, based on they will be participating on that day. Which teams? Which team? Kenya is playing with which team? Is it
Angola. Yeah.
Let us wish our very own country.
And in Swahili, what maybe I can try to say to the next game of Thursday, ni lazima tukaze misuli.
Kabisa.
Because let me tell you, when you try to verify our group, the teams that we have been grouped together, I think, let me not say like maybe I'm taking them like very simple cheap, but DRC and Zimbabwe, those are walk off. But Angola and Morocco, lazima tukaze misuli.
Let us wish our very own.
But wish them all the best.
Also cheer or the what was in the hosting of the we cheer him and also wish him the goodest. They play with Angola or Morocco.
Yeah, it was DRC in Angola.
Yeah,
with Angola on Thursday.
Yeah, the
slogan remains to just study, right?
Yeah. We can also look on matters to do with education. Before education, there was a story that I have reviewed here on our paper, which was saying that there's an alliance that has been formed by Sifuna, Chomba,
and Saboti MP, Majimbo Kalasinga, and this guy from not Saboti MP, Kaleba Misi, and the Kabuchai, member of parliament, Majimbo Kalasinga.
Really posing a threat to the current political arena, because we have Rikichi on his side. He's saying this, Ruto on his side. And I remember all those people are people that are giants. We cannot like ignore them. For the benefit of our good viewer who is there watching us, let me try to clarify this. And I want to talk it out of experience and history. There have been never two opposition. It has never happened. Two opposition at the go. That this group is opposing the government, the other group is opposing the government, automatically this opposition work together. So let me tell you what's going to happen. Let's come analytically talk about these particular members when we are saying they are forming a new opposition party. Let's talk about Kaleba Misi, an ODM ally, diehard Baba fan. Of course, every time we term himself like student of politics from Baba. So he's a staunch follower.
Sifuna,
staunch
ODM Secretary General, has been there. All the let me say the aspiration, values and whichever ODM. Chomba, the Githunguri MP, member of parliament from DCP, diehard fan of Gachagua. So let me say what these people are trying to do when it reach almost 2026 mid 2026
elections.
All these people
they converge,
will merge together as a one opposition. No day, no time we will reach to 2027 election when you have two oppositions.
It can't happen.
It can't happen. So let me say like this a play of this is the game between the might and the mind. Yeah.
That's what, because Sifuna he's the Secretary General of ODM, and last week they give the information that they are fully back with the government, and here comes Sifuna says that they are not really happy with what the government is doing.
But I can defend Sifuna. To be honest, you can't blame Sifuna, because let me tell you, when you go to the queue, when you come out to give the report, you just automatically have to say what the king has told you, or the queen has told you. Because let me tell you, let's try to take the perspective of Sifuna during the first interview with the Yvonne Okwara of Citizen TV. Sifuna portrayed his opinion, not the party's opinions.
Personal opinion.
At the same time, during that particular meeting, they called whichever committee, ODM committee, whichever, Sifuna read the committee resolutions, not his resolutions. So we don't blame the guy by saying what he said on Citizen TV and what he said during the committee resolutions. They are two different things. We can't contradict in that manner.
But somehow he's confusing the Kenyans. But let's watch how this is going to escalate.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that we are not going to head to the right trajectory, because what we should advocate here is peace, peace, peace. Because if we ban our country, we don't have another country to go for, to seek refuge. Now we also have matters to do with education, and one of the stories that I have viewed on the study is that Jogo House. That's where the Ministry of Education are located, and it is said that we have wars whereby the cabinet secretary of education is saying this, the PS is saying this, I mean the basic PS is saying this, and also the higher education PS is saying this. Now Kenyans are wondering, who are we going to follow? No, this is a very critical department in a country which shouldn't be joked aloud with, because if you joke with education, then we don't know where we are messing the whole country for the time with the in future.
So you see, Ndegwa, when you talk about this issue of education particularly, let me start by saying this, what we call internal feud, whereby in Swahili tunaita mgogoro wa ndani kwa ndani. Watu mnalumbana ndani kwa ndani, japokuwa kule nje mkitokea mnatokea na sura ya kutabasamu, ila mnaporudi ndani mna mzozano. Such a kind we have just only known it happens in marriages, whereby me and you as a wife and a husband will quarrel here, but once we go out, we will try to make happy, to see smiling, to be happy. So let me tell you something here. I think this particular issue of the Ministry of Education has just come to the limelight so that it can enlighten us to see that this was going to a lot of ministries. Let me assure you, not only in the Ministry of Education. I think this one is the first one to come to the limelight, but a lot of ministries that are going through these internal feuds.
Actually, before Harry Kimtai left the State Department of Basic Health, they were also not they didn't have a good chemistry with the public secretary Mary Mudon.
You know, where we have a big problem is that there was some rumors that we were speculating once upon a time, some time earlier, this month or so, this year or so, that the president or the executive has made the PSS more powerful other than the CSS. That's something that has made some public discussion over some time, that these particular PSS have powers other than the CSS. So you see, because how can your junior insult you? How can your junior contradict your statement? Automatically shows that somebody is giving this particular man or this particular woman some energy, some vibe, some power.
They are countering, not even contradicting, countering. I counter what you have said,
because
and lavishing what you have said.
Because you can't tell me that Uganda is coming saying, we as the ministry, we are doing ABCD. The talk comes from nowhere, then splits the beans. No, we're not taking that particular route, we are taking this route. Unfortunately, from nowhere again, Anyagala comes from the other point. We are doing so. You see, and when you look keenly, you get like Nyangala and Bitok speaking same language.
Actually, even if you look in other ministries, like we don't know even the Kenyans even don't know some CSs. They only know PSs. Like for example, during the time Dr. Deborah Barasa, now she's the Cabinet Secretary of Environment. During the time she was serving as a health CS, we wouldn't see her on the limelight. The only people we would see in the limelight were only Harry Kimtai and Mary Mudhoni.
But in conclusion of this particular matter pertaining education, let me say this completely as my opinion, not only my opinion, but as a Kenyan whom I'm a beneficiary of education. That's what has made me to be whom I am today. Actually, that has made me to reach where I have reached today. We can't afford as the Ministry of Education, as a country at large, to bargain and joke with this thing called education completely. So I think Mr. President, Mr. William Ruto should just come in, then check about this issue. Let's get it once and for all. We can't have opportunity to bargain about our education sector, because we want that opportunity whereby mtoto wa masikini atakuja kuketi na mtoto wa kifalme na wasawazishe kupitia elimu. So we can joke about it.
Como the saying that we should end language in critical ministries, like
absolutely
education, so that we can be able to move well. Now, as we wait up, there's also another story here that is informing the public. I don't know. Let me check here on the standard that about Hasrafat. And yesterday, a team led by Raphael Jana,
and the MP from my county there,
together with Okia Mtota, the senator from Busia, they want the government, they want Ruto's administration to scrap Hasrafat, because they cited that this is a form of corruption, because there's no credibility, there's no accountability, and the Auditor General signaled that after people receiving the money, if you take your phone and you dial *254, you get that money, then people do not refund. And she said, without hiding or without trying to sugarcoat, she said on the limelight that they don't know where 6.5B went. So, and instead of following that money, they are pledging additional money. So there is a lot of justification that maybe we don't have evidence, but there's some a game that is playing there. Okay, for the benefit of time, of course, absolutely we are running out of time, but I think let's talk about this particular matter of Asola Fund, then we will be winding up our show. So you see, based on my view, there's one thing that's affecting this particular Asola Fund, and let me tell you, the rain started beating us in this Asola Fund once it was enrolled, not only today. I wonder, why am I seeing these people saying like Asola Fund is not working, we have failed? Let me tell you, when today you are starting a capital farm to lend people money, my brother, my good friend, you must have what you call some strategic plan. Number one, what are the outcomes? What are the shortcomings? What are the outcomes if you don't pay? What are the penalties? And we need those penalties. What if you pay? Let me tell you, number one, they said once you are taking 500, I think what you receive in your phone is something to do with the 400 and something, because there is that particular 25 which they cut. They say that they are saving for you. Let me tell you, they are saving for you. Are they sure?
And then they are giving you a condition that this money you can only get it after a particular period of 1 year. Then you must have reached a particular maximum, you see. So let me tell you, this issue of Asola Fund, Kenyans took it on a different vision, totally different. But based on fact and statistics, do you see that is there Asola Fund having Kenyans? Not really. In fact, let me tell you, a lot of people outside there, when you ask him or her, why did you take the Asola Fund, he or she will tell you, hiyo ilikuwa ni kama pesa ya kampeni. Nilichukua tu kwa sababu sikupata ile. You see? So people took like this was a handout. And that's why you see people are not even fearing when you told them we will put them on a CRB. What's a CRB to them? I say that was our money. Let's take it.
Actually, I had somebody saying that he cannot refund it. He was saying labda mtu akijia kwangu mwenyewe na I don't know.
And let me tell you, Ndegwa, that people have a lot of pain outside there, because when we talk about this issue of Asola Fund, we can link it automatically with the issue of the current one, economic empowerment. Let me tell you, the Asola Fund, its purpose was to kuinua mwanabiashara wa chini. Let me tell you, my brother, today you are selling an avocado there at the Kibanda. Somebody comes then gives you 500. What's stock of 500? You can just stop there 500.
Drop in an ocean.
That's you see, the same thing happening here with economic empowerment. The deputy president comes there, landing with a lot of leaders with the choppers, coming there to outshine Kenya, to tell them that we as the country have money. Then at the end of the day, you shika na hili, you be given 200 each bob.
And that's one of the mistakes that our members of the parliament are entertaining. because they would have sat down and said, no. Instead of this economic empowerment, let us make rules that are favoring our businesses. Because you cannot, if I want to help you, I cannot just be giving you 10,000 per month. That's why I would have given you a job opportunity. Maybe you're going to be getting money, and also you're going to enlarge and maybe become a future billionaire or millionaire. What the government is saying is just giving you money or food, and within no time itakuwa imeisha. So you are not going to be, you will not be helped in any way. So members of the parliament, they should sit down and have good priorities that we help Kenyans, so that we can have a good country whereby each and everybody have equal chances in education. We are not struggling, we should not be struggling to pay school fees, we should not be struggling to access health services, we should not struggling when we are getting into parts of our country because of the reputed roads and all those things.
You see, Deborah, let me tell you that let me keep these words from myself, because I know we are media practitioners. Let me not make some segment that we end up hearing that tomorrow they have closed our studio or our station completely. They have expelled our license. But what I want to say, some of our leaders just need to be told the truth of the matter as the way it is, because I think some of these people are being pampered. Like, you want to talk somebody and yet things are not working. So I hope one time when now I'll come then exit the field of journalism, when I will now enter into the politics, we'll face a draft. But for now, let me just do as a practitioner and as a professional. So
let's just watch how things are going, and we hope for better country. And Kenya is our business, and so we always maintain our eye on making sure that we get a future, a good country that is, but give equal chances to everyone. I don't have much to add.
I think now, for the benefit of time, of course, once again, let's say thank you so much, our good viewer, for just making time for us and being there to ensure that we catch up together, right? So, as we always promise you, we are here to entertain, to inform, and to ensure that we educate you. Come next Tuesday is also a day at a time. Such a time, we will be here again, dwelling on the newspaper review. Don't miss out. Of course, I have been your, let me say, like, your analyst, Wazala Meshak.
Panelist. Yeah, thank you very much for staying with us, and I wish you a good time. See you next time, and we also have prepared you a lot, so as to make sure that we inform you, we educate you, and help you to clarify some maybe complex issues that need clarification. Thank you very much, and goodbye.